Okay, what if all your notes, all your articles, all that research you've collected could actually talk back to you? And I don't mean just in a search bar. I mean in a real back-and-forth conversation. Well, today we're going to look at a tool that does exactly that. It's called NotebookLM, and it's basically your own personal AI research partner.
I mean, we all know this feeling, right? You're constantly saving stuff. Research papers, articles, meeting notes, you name it. It just piles up, and honestly, trying to make sense of it all, it can feel completely overwhelming.
And yeah, this image pretty much nails it. It really does feel like you're trying to drink from a fire hose. It's like, imagine having a library, but instead of shelves, all the books are just dumped in a giant pile on the floor. All that knowledge is in there somewhere, but finding the connections? Good luck. It feels impossible.
So the real question is, how do we get from that total chaos to some kind of clarity? How do we get all our digital documents to actually talk to us and maybe even talk to each other? Well, that is the exact challenge that NotebookLM was built to solve.
All right, so how does this thing actually work? First off, NotebookLM is not just another chatbot. That's super important. It's a specialized tool, and it's designed to work only with the stuff you give it. It's all about creating your own personalized, intelligent workspace.
The first step couldn't be simpler. You just build your knowledge base. And you can upload pretty much anything you want. We're talking PDFs, text files, Google Docs, slides, even YouTube videos, website links, or just copy text. Heck, you can even add audio files. All of this becomes your own private, totally searchable library.
Okay, now this is where things get really interesting. The thing that makes NotebookLM so reliable, its secret sauce, is a concept called source grounding. And trust me, this is the absolute key to getting answers from an AI that you can actually trust.
So what does that actually mean in plain English? It means the AI is not allowed to go surfing the open internet for answers. Nope, it can only use the information from the documents you uploaded. This is huge because it prevents the AI from just making stuff up, which is what we call hallucination. Here's a really good way to think about it. A general chatbot, that's like searching in the open sea. It's massive, but it's also unpredictable. You never know what you're going to get. But NotebookLM, that's more like a focused walled garden. You put everything in there. You curate it. So the insights you get are always relevant, they're accurate, and this is key, they're always cited. So the whole process is just incredibly powerful and simple. 1, you upload your sources. 2, the AI chews on them and analyzes everything. 3, you ask a question. And 4, you get a grounded answer, complete with little citations that link you right back to the exact spot in your original documents. So cool. But here's the thing. NotebookLM goes way, way beyond just answering questions. It can actually take all your source material and transform it into completely new formats. This makes it easier than ever to learn, to create, and to share what you know. So for example, let's say you've got a really dense technical video. You can just ask the AI, hey, explain this to me like I'm 5, and it'll do it. It'll break down all those complex ideas into simple, easy-to-understand language, and it's all still based on, grounded in that original video.
And okay, this is where it gets really, truly amazing. Check out this studio panel. With literally a single click, you can turn all of your sources into a study guide, a mind map, an FAQ list. You can even turn it into an audio podcast. Or, get this, a full-on video overview.
I mean, just let that sink in for a second. Your collection of articles, notes, and website links can be automatically turned into a scripted, narrated video, complete with slides. For anyone who has to pull information together and share it, this is a complete and total game changer.
And this quote really shows you the quality we're talking about. A user just fed it a Wikipedia article and a documentary about the Hoover Dam, and this little snippet is from the video script it generated. You see, it's not just spitting out dry facts, it's actually crafting a compelling story.
This powerful capability really points to something much bigger than just a cool feature. We're not just talking about another productivity tool here. We're talking about fundamentally changing the way we learn and engage with really complex topics.
And people are already using this in some incredible ways. You've got students who are finally making sense of those super dense academic articles. You have content creators who are generating scripts and FAQs from their own videos. Professionals are prepping briefing documents for meetings. And this one's fun. Readers are creating a searchable knowledge base of their favorite book series. Imagine being able to ask any question about your favorite fantasy world.
To really get a handle on its educational power, there's this great theory from a psychologist named Lev Vygotsky. He called it the zone of proximal development, or ZPD.
Basically, it's that sweet spot in learning, the stuff you can't quite do on your own, but you can do with a little bit of guidance.
And that is exactly what a tool like NotebookLM can do. It acts like a digital scaffold. It's like having an on-demand expert right there with you that can simplify a tough paragraph, define a weird term, or summarize a whole chapter, helping you push through a learning roadblock the moment you hit it.
Ultimately, this whole thing represents a pretty major shift, don't you think? We're moving from a world where we just search for information to one where we can have a dynamic back-and-forth conversation with it. It reframes our entire relationship with knowledge, which really just leaves one big question. What if your library wasn't just a place for answers, but a partner in conversation?